Ah. Eieiei. So, ich mach mir jetzt meine Suppe warm.
Kommt er jetzt bei uns am 16. September?
Hello guys and welcome back to
Yeah,
the Dragon Ball
Roshi?
Fighter Show.
Yeah.
Listen, I hope you're ready to check out some Master Roshi. We are being joined
Weil
by
wir
Piccolo Specialist
den Season
himself,
Pass haben
none
und so
other
weiter.
than Apology Man. Hey, what's going on, man?
What's good, Tyrant? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm
It should be a great one for sure. I'm really looking forward to showcasing this character to you guys. Of course, you're going to be helping us talk our way through the character, have a look at some of his tools and what he's capable of. So yeah, it should be a great one for sure. We're also gonna have none other than X-Over,
Wer spielt denn da weiter?
for
Apology Man.
the Saga events last season. We had a bunch of those crazy
Ja,
combo videos.
1 Minute Pause, wenn es weitergeht.
Ach, wir haben ja schon angesprochen, der sagt, did you know if you cut some trees, you need to
Ja?
recreate.
Das hat dich 1 Minute gekostet, du scheiß Cheater.
Ja, genau.
Master Roshi, it's gonna be really exciting.
So yeah, we're gonna
Okay,
have a
Toni, was
great
sagst
look.
du?
Just before we get that, I just would like to give to the people a very
Also
quick
da
thing,
du
because some
kein
of the people
Cuts-Ding
who watch
hattest,
us
Schon wieder
würde ich auch-
Spielarbeiter,
to
Junge!
the usual way we refer to
Ja,
the
okay.
clips on Dragon Ball Fighters, and essentially, you know, when a lot of times we will hear numbers like 4 or 6 or 5, and the idea of it is that numbers are directions.
Nein,
If you
Junge,
look
auf
at
jeden Fall eine
your
Minute
notepad
muss er
on the-
pausieren,
on
Junge,
the
safe.
keyboard,
Auf jeden
on your
Fall,
phone,
Junge.
a 6 is forward, 4 is back, so if you hear
Was?
6M,
Verpisst
it means
euch.
forward and medium attack. This is usually the normal vocabulary that you see used on Dragon Ball, but of course we try to be as clear as possible for all of you guys who
Guck mal,
are
nur weil
joining
ich jetzt
us.
vorne
The
bin
way
und
we
der
go for this is, of
aufholen
course,
muss,
Tyrant
Mann.
will be in training modes, showing us a lot of things, a lot of cool stuff on
Der
on
bekommt
Master Roshi.
einfach
We've got a couple of
Freezer,
recorded
Alter.
things. We've got like a little combo
Ja,
contest for
was
you guys.
Neid,
And
der
at
aus
the
hier
end of it,
rauskommt.
we'll have a few questions for the end, so we can first showcase
Vielleicht krieg ich auch
absolutely
direkt
everything.
Freezer, ist
And
ja
at the
cool.
end, we'll open the floor. All of you guys on the chat can ask questions, and we'll do our best to showcase.
Aber hoffentlich
them.
kriege
But
ich,
how about we give the floor to
Bouillon.
Tyrant.
Nein,
He's
Junge.
there. He's got the boy in front of him.
Ich will mein Fighters-Team versuchen
This time,
nachzumachen.
Gigantes.
Ach,
Ey,
du
es
darfst-
geht endlich los mit dem Showcase.
Junge, du darfst niemanden mehr nehmen wegen Bioman.
Have a look at his normal moves. So he's got a
Ich muss
12
einen anderen
Plasma
wegmachen, Digga.
So,
Den
there
aus
we
der
go.
Route
See that
meinetwegen
halo right
auch.
there. It's got pretty
Den
good range on it right
1019 da.
there.
Muss ich wegmachen.
There we go. You can see
Okay.
Schade
it's
ist.
on start.
Yeah,
5L right
It's-
there.
Was war das? Hat er gesagt, das ist ein Low? Nein, ist kein Low.
Yeah, definitely for sure. It's a good one.
Der hat keinen Dings,
he's
der
got
hat kein
the-
Low,
the
2H,
5L right
2M.
there. Okay, he's got the 2M. So the 2M kind
Schade.
of lunges forward a bit with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Hab ich gesagt? Achso, nicht
It's
so
pretty
viel,
far away.
aber
12 frame start, so it's not the most amazing 2M in the game, but the range is definitely
geht.
quite nice.
Nicht so weit. Er rutscht nur ein bisschen
Again, a lot of
tatsächlich.
recovery on that one. So, you know, it might be kind of tough to open people up in neutral with that one. Let's have a look here. What else has he got? 5M. Is this one right here? Again, lunges forward with it pretty far.
This is
Yeah, actually,
5M?
it's pretty high up this move. So
Nee,
like
okay,
during
das
juggles
ist
and stuff,
5M,
you can
alles klar.
definitely
Yeah.
you can definitely convert quite easily with this one. The 2H right here, it kind of moves him backwards slightly. You see that right there? So he kind of moves back. That's kind of different actually for a 2H. You don't normally see them moving backwards, but that's an
Oh.
interesting one for sure.
Das ist
2H?
wie Dings, ja, das ist kein gutes
Back to the middle
2H.
here.
Nee, ne?
So,
Das ist wie das
again,
vom Virus.
Scheiße.
this one right here. And is there any normals in particular? Apology.
Seine Normals sehen schon sehr trashy aus, muss ich sagen, soweit.
Oh yeah, for sure. So like his 5L, I had to say, is like a pretty standout ground normal. It goes pretty far.
Okay,
his,
5L ist gut,
his
das ist
5L?
sehr wichtig.
and his jumping light are definitely like really strong light buttons for a character in this game, I'd say.
Yeah.
In terms of like his other grounded normals, like his 2M, while it is like a bit slow, it's a 12 frame. It does have like some pretty good range, even if it's like recovery is like, you know, a little bit on the longer side. But yeah, his normals are like, I wouldn't say they're like the main thing with like the character. They're not like the best thing about the character, but they're still quite solid in their own
Terrible.
way, I'd say.
Yeah. He definitely feels very different to the rest of the cast. But we're gonna get into that in a
for
moment. Okay, so let's have a quick look at some of his other normals. So of course, jump medium. He has this move right here. Has a pretty good hitbox. Jump heavy as well. Jump heavy actually hits down pretty far.
Yeah, it's very low. Yeah, very low.
Yeah.
Das ist aber gut.
Definitely.
Yeah, jump heavy
Yeah.
is pretty good. Like I really like the hurtbox of it. Like it's
Krass.
you can hit from like quite
Safe
high,
stop.
and
Das ist
hart.
like,
gut.
that's definitely a really good one as a jump in.
Yeah, definitely.
Krank.
His jump attacks, I'd say, are pretty unique compared to other jump attacks in DBFZ. Not only like his he on top of like his regular jump in attacks, he has like a lot of command jump in attacks as well, which are pretty unique to him, which I think are pretty interesting.
Yeah, let's quickly mention the smash move. So he's got obviously the 5
Yeah, for
H
sure.
is pretty far forward.
Oh, nicht schlecht.
Yeah, it's pretty
You know,
decent.
Mach mal
actually is
Neutral
far.
von Round
Yeah,
Start.
yeah, it actually hits from pretty far. Yeah.
Round Start
70
einfach.
frames, yeah.
Oh Junge!
Very solid. It's all
Junge,
like
das ist
pretty
krass.
solid normals, I'd say.
Mhm.
Okay, just quick look
How
at the
about
wall
Ein
combo.
paar gute Normals auf
The
jeden
auto
Fall.
combos, yeah.
Ja,
You know, like, Tarek,
viele
when-
schlechte,
when-
aber auch
when-
ein paar
when-
gute auf jeden Fall, ja.
I wanna press square. You know, like yes, that's the light auto combo, guys. I wanna press square. That's too sick. I love this.
Yeah, I think the problem with
Yeah.
this one is though, the second part, it actually doesn't hit that high up at all. So, you know, don't expect any kind of Bardock stuff with this guy. He's definitely not going to be
Yeah,
catching you out.
Aber ist cool, das ist so eine alte, so aus Dragon Ball so eine Animation, glaube ich.
Part of it is actually
Aber-
surprisingly decent. I think just like, you know, running up on them and like doing like the classic like DBFC like 5LL is actually like still pretty decent with them, I'd say. And another
Yeah,
really
sure.
great thing about it being a multi-hit is if you use it in block strings and they happen to guard cancel on like the 5LL part, you can cancel
Alright.
into 2H like on reaction for free. So all
sick.
like ground multi-hit moves are great in that regard, and he has a good one.
Okay, sehr gut.
So,
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
a
nice.
lot of blocks done.
Yeah.
So,
So he got quite a few unique moves, right? Talent, like directional moves.
Yeah.
You know, Roshi, and I think like it's important to run through all of them. And I think 6H is kind of weird.
Let's have a
Oh
look
yeah,
at that.
very weird.
Ich warte einfach
Let's
nur
have a
auf...
quick look at that right now, guys. So basically,
Ja, Mann. Super Date hat er gesagt. Genau darauf warte ich.
it just rushes up on you. like this.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's,
what
it's
is
got-
slaps you on the neck. With
Vorwärts H!
yeah, and like it's not a command grab. It is minus.
Oh
6H.
mein Gott!
But yeah, it's apology, man. Like, what do you think about this one? Because to me, the way I
What?
see it, because it's a negative
And
move
what
block,
the full
and it's
screen
not
is?
command grab.
Ja,
It's more
Junge.
maybe like
Das ist kein
send
Grab.
J2M or like, you know, the freezer
Das ist ein
vanishes
Hit,
and
aber
just
Cross-Up-Hit.
maybe a way in for him, like do assist and this and come in. Is this how you would use it?
What's this?
Yeah.
Was?
I'd actually say the Frieza
Krank,
comparison
das
is
ist
like a
dick
pretty decent
krank.
one. So it's not a command grab, yeah, and you know it's like it's at like 37 frame startup. So
Krass.
what is really good about it though is there's no audio cue on it like at all. It's
Shit.
completely silent the whole time he's standing there, right? So while it isn't like a command grab or anything, you can cancel into like other heavy
This
attacks.
makes
So you
proper
can
team.
do,
Was?
like you could do that into like your 3H, for example, and that's like a jump.
Warte mal, er hat ein
cancel attack,
3H?
and
Was
then
haben die
you
das
get
schon
follows
gezeigt?
after that. They block it, you can go to like
Der hat unten
5S,
vorne H. Oh mein Gott, der hat so ein cooler H.
you know, get like a bunch of block string special
Ugh.
cancels. So the reward for them blocking it is actually like pretty good, I'd say. But I think
Ja,
the
und
real
ein
thing
Adult
that's gonna
Ground H,
get
ne?
people
Ja,
with
ja.
this move is
Kannst du mit diesem...
how fast he reappears.
Das ist
when
ein
you
H.
touch, right? So I looked
Combo.
at the frame data
Ja,
for this
Junge.
one, and
Krank.
he disappears on frame 31, and he reappears on frame 37. So you have
Boah.
6 frames to react.
Wie krank? Okay, das ist viel zu krank,
reappear,
Digga.
like after he does 6H. And,
Aber guck mal, kein
you
Audio-Cue,
know,
aber du
there's
siehst, wenn er die Arme
advantages in this game,
zusammennimmt.
there's, you know, like
Ja,
the-
natürlich.
the Frieza move or
Siehst du?
whatever, and you might think,
Das heißt aber, wenn du das
trust
gut
me, when you
zusammen-
fight this character,
Wenn du da als Sis
and
rufst.
and a Master Roshi does 6H to you, you're not gonna block it the first time. I promise you that. You're gonna get got by it.
Ja, kannst du, hast du sogar ein Mixer-Potenzial danach, Junge.
Shit, dude.
So
In der Ecke ist es krank.
Alter, der klaut die Ecke, das alleine ist schon krank.
Is you can do the move, and since he's quiet the whole time, you can't
Oh!
see him basically doing it, right?
So you
So
land
the
and he goes
second
deep.
you
That's actually
land,
sick.
you just
Yeah.
appear. Yeah, you just go, oh, what's up?
Oh mein Gott.
Slap him on the back of the neck.
Was denn?
Das sah gerade richtig cool aus.
Das habe ich nicht verstanden,
Then
aber.
we got 3H Tyrant, which is, you know, pretty cool.
Und Wake Up, oder was? Hat er gemeint? Nee.
Der hat einfach den Keyblast gemacht. Und
oh mein Gott, du hast recht.
Block string enders, you know, before canceling into special moves. It's also a good like launcher for a combo, so it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like just like I don't think we have like.
Und dann
much
kann er
more
weiterkommen
to
und
say,
durch diese
and,
Scheiße, Junge, wie
we can
krank.
already go to the maybe J2H.
Digga, guck dir das mal
Yeah,
an.
sure. Okay, so
Yeah.
his J2H.
Guck dir den Damage an.
Yeah,
There we
because he got quite a
Yeah,
lot
he's
of
got
like
the-
really
Also down medium, ja.
Yeah, he's got
Also,
like
der
the
kommt
beers.
da-
Yeah, I got like the beers.
Am
to
16.
it.
sollte er
And,
rauskommen.
like,
Also
Ja,
eigentlich
genau.
am 18.
Outside of like it giving you good like
Aber
parry
alle, die
for your,
den
for your air combos, it's
Season
actually,
Pass
like, a pretty
gekauft
decent
haben,
movement option as
bekommen
well.
den 2 Tage
You know,
vorher.
just
Ja,
how, like,
also
beers
jeden
plays,
DLC-Charakter,
I
die
think that's,
rauskommen.
probably, like, the best comparison.
Okay, Damage ist
Like, if you're, like,
niedrig.
trapped in the corner or whatever, you can just kind of like, you know.
Oder, Junge, aber der hat auch diesen Virus,
Yeah, like, on top of all his other
Airkick.
movement
Ja.
options.
Definitely, I really like
Air
this. I
down
mean, that's
H.
his
Jump
essential
to H.
sliding knockdown, which is cool. Up next we got, I like this one, Taran, the J4M. This reminds me of
4M?
Yuri from KOF. You know, he always got, like, that's the Yuri you know,
was?
trademark
4M?
move. It's basically a sort
Hinten
of
M.
like, guaranteed cross-up.
Was?
You know, when you jump with this, if you do a back M, when you jump, it's a really, like, interesting one that allows you to do very, very
Okay,
early
krank,
cross-ups.
was?
So like you can, so basically, I don't think there's another move like this in the game. This is designed to only hit behind him. Like if you do it here, it won't hit. But like obviously you can do an air dash and input it before you.
Ach, Junge, der hat einen
So
Hin.
like,
Du kannst einmal springen, ohne dass er sich umdreht und du hast eine Hitbox hinten.
That you feel like it's not gonna be a cross up and he still crosses you up and you get a lot of frame advantage.
What?
So yeah, I know some of the people
Sieht
sound
sick
like
aus.
they realize the tackle kick.
Krank.
You guys
Oh mein
know
Gott,
that.
Cross-Up,
Yeah,
Junge.
That's like, that's a pretty cool one. Up next is, what do we got after this? We have got his S moves. His stand S is
good
pretty, like, I would say
Boah, ich freu mich
interesting.
auf den, Mann,
It
ich
kinda
schwöre.
reminds me of maybe Adol Gohan 5S.
Warte mal.
It's like about maybe
Was?
3/4 of the screen long. It jails on block. So
Yes.
it's kind of like Adol Gohan's, I think.
Okay. Man kann es
yeah,
ducken.
so you
It's,
can
it's
like
a
cancel
pretty
this at
decent
any
speed.
moment.
Yeah, Apology Man, do you think about this one?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty decent speed move. You know, it's gonna like go through other key blasts, just like
Oh.
Adult Gohan's, like you said, right? When you're at like
Oh,
half
flank.
screen, it actually just jails into his Kamehameha. So it has like pretty
Ich bin mir
decent,
safe
like,
sicher, das
just,
kommt
like,
auch als Assist.
cancel options to like do at that range.
Sein Kamehameha sieht cool aus, weil es nicht so riesig ist. Geil.
And go into Vanish.
Kamehameha sieht richtig geil aus.
Yeah. And
Oh
like
Junge,
Adol
wie,
Gohan,
oh mein
this,
Gott, ich glaube, das ist sogar das coolste
so
Kamehameha im
this
Game.
is a pretty
Ja,
good
Mann.
one.
It's
We've
a
got
big distinction.
yeah. We've also got 6S, which also it's an interesting one. So that forward and unique attack, which is a
Dieser
custom
schräge, ne?
kind of key blast, which
Yeah.
gives like quite an interesting combo. And you can also boomerang it, which is something I actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So like,
yeah,
if you press it after it goes off the screen, it comes right back.
I love this. That's like Freezer discs.
What?
This move is
That's
great.
really
I
cool.
love this move.
Aber okay, dann geht es nicht durch Super Dash. Ich dachte, es wäre ein Command-Special.
Oh look, oh crap! You can boomerang. It's like yeah. It's
Alter!
it's a pretty cool one. So I
Was ein tricky Charakter, Mann.
like
Geil,
this
ich
one.
schwöre dir.
This move on this. We also got
Du kannst
a
danach safe noch
2S,
comboen.
which is an interesting
Ja, Mann.
flip. It's basically just a back
Guck mal,
flip.
wie Apology Man sich freut
that
über diesen
will
Charakter
deflect the
einfach die
key
ganze
blasts.
Zeit.
And
Was hat er da
I
gemacht?
think the main use
Und ein
for me,
Special.
let me know if what you think Apology Man is like, because he has a very negative frame data on block. You could just at least finish your strings into
Digga, der hat
the
einfach einen
and just get back
Trunks-Move.
to a
Ja,
range
Junge.
that can punish any button that we with.
Junge, der hat von jedem irgendwas.
Yeah. So this 2S move is very good. It's not invul to keep up.
Also,
It's
ich bin
just,
halt-
really
Ich bin mir
so
sicher,
viele
der
verschiedene
you can
Sachen.
do it in the air, which is great, right? It just on top of like all his.
Er kann danach bestimmt, der kann danach bestimmt auch
it's just, like,
diesen,
another
diesen
option.
Haken
Super
da nach
fast.
unten
But I
machen.
think
Nach dieser
the
Rolle.
really interesting thing about this move is that you can cancel the landing of the move into heavy and special moves.
Ey Junge, es ist
So,
einfach schneller als Trunks, ne?
What that means is
Viel
if you
schneller
think like
ist das von
someone might
Trunks.
super dash at you like in the air or something, you can just input 2S and they'll track to like your super dash and you can just cancel the landing recovery into his 2H or his other moves like
Yes,
Spank.
Aber es ist nicht Dings, es ist nicht Keyblass Invulnerable, wie der Super Dash. Oder Super Jump, besser gesagt.
Oh yeah. Of course,
Just so we can see, yeah, because
Ja gut,
I think it would be like better for the viewer.
ist das Ding von Trunks ja auch nicht.
Invincible or not. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And then I think
Aber Trunks hat Recovery, Trunks Recovery ist in der Luft noch zu Ende.
My opinion on this is his 214.
Ja Junge, aber dafür ist sein Ding viel schneller.
It is invul to Keyblast.
Es ist Invul zu Keyblast!
No worries.
No, yeah, I was
So
thinking
can
of a
you
different
show
move.
that 214S? The quarter circle
Was?
back
Ah, yes.
with S. So it is a
krank.
quite
Roshi
interesting,
ist krank.
raid
Ja,
move. You can
safe.
hold
So
down
viele
like a
Moves,
vertical,
Bruder, wie krank
and
ist das?
the actual thing
Ja,
is
geil,
it's
ich freue mich.
Ich
What do you think,
bin ganz
Apollo?
auch geil, diese Wahl.
Vielleicht spiele ich mit Roshi statt Goku
So
Blue.
this move is the name of the game. I gotta
Junge.
say. This is like the meta-defining move about this character.
Ich werde
Meta-defining
If you
move?
play DBFZ, like you know how good jumping is in this
Ich
game.
werde
Ja, das
Zwangsfaust
stimmt.
nehmen.
And
Ich werd
there
Zwangs-
isn't like a whole lot of like having like
Zwangsfaust
anti-air
nehmen
command
und einen Roshi
grabs
rein.
are pretty uncommon, I'd say. They're not like super common options. You know, obviously Air Dragon Rush isn't like a great option either. So
Danke.
having an unblockable
Guten Abend, bro.
Danke
command
dir.
grab like this attack and the angle that it goes at is amazing. And you know,
I
you
see the
get,
chat saying
it
Rip
goes like
Samasu, I
full
agree.
screen. It's like
Oh mein
the
Gott.
Goku assist angle.
Samasu
Oh, yeah, you
players.
And,
Oh,
Ich weiß,
Junge,
dass
du
es ein guter
Schmatz.
Charakter wird.
Fun flying, bro.
Achso, sorry.
Also
ich mute mich.
You can guide this as well. I think it has 2 angles, so you just have the 2-1-4 S
Yeah,
there,
so
and then
it's
you
two
can
angles.
like do it. You can do it like that way. So.
So the only weird thing this has is that I believe that this is a physical attack, so it won't clash with beams or key blasts. What happens if it clashes with them is whoever hits first connects. So if the beam hits you first, the move will not connect. If you hit
Wie
the
man es
opponent
sogar
first,
angeln
you
kann.
punish the beam. So it's a bit weird. Like it doesn't really clash with beams, and that's quite an interesting, I think, like kind of
So ein bisschen wieder
zoning one. And I think one of the things with this is
Up
if you
and
spark, your spark always
So.
whiffs. So that's huge damage for
nicer
sparking.
Charakter.
oh yeah. for
Aber er hat
Junge,
einen
das-
normalen Reflekt,
das ist
oder?
ein Sparkbait, Digga.
A disjointed,
Aber er hat einen normalen,
command grab,
Reflekt,
So
gell?
Ja.
at first when I saw the attack,
Digga,
I
das
thought
ist
the
ein
whole
Sparkbait.
beam, like if you land on top of it, you would get unblockable, but no, it's just like as it's traveling, right? While the hitbox is going, that is the command grab part, right? So
Es ist stärker-
because it's
es ist
a
stärker als im
command
KMR.
grab, you know, you can do like you can actually do an air backdash, which has throw and pull to like
Ja,
avoid
doch
it.
nicht.
So there is like counterplay to it. It's not a truly unblockable move, but yeah, it's a very powerful angled command grab.
Das verliert gegen
Yeah.
vor allem, ja.
We got 2 more moves, I believe. First, we got his beam, so it's a quarter circle forward, and S, that is basically a standard camera.
Wahrscheinlich,
You know, it's
wahrscheinlich
like just
unten
a
rechts X,
very
oder?
classic
Oh, the
one.
beam?
So
Yeah.
yeah, let's take a look at
Hast du gesehen? Super Jump?
just to be able to see.
Ich hatte recht, ich hatte recht.
He has to have a beam, man. Come on. It's the originator right here.
Yeah.
Of course, man, he's the,
He
he's
made
the
it,
man.
right?
He's the man who made it. So he's got
Oh,
the
she's
beam.
the-
You know, it's classic. I don't. think
Ich schwöre, hätte er keinen Beam
it's a
gehabt, hätte ich mich
And
echt
the
gewundert,
other
ey.
Last unique move he has, and I like this one, is
Komischerweise habe ich
Q2S,
echt
so
gedacht,
down,
ich hatte
down
keinen
with
Beam.
the attack, and it's actually a
Weil er schon so krass, weil er schon so krasse Dings hat, so krasse andere Specials.
He's putting you to sleep.
Oh man, yeah, I love this move. It's
Junge, was macht das?
it's a bit on the
Danke,
slower side,
Kurokoro, ne?
it's 28 frames.
Sein Kamera im Her ist wie das von
But,
Ja,
Base
schon.
Goku.
it
Achso,
puts you in, like, a
Base
standing
Goku.
position, so you get, like, a-
Ah, One Hit.
Ein Hit hat, genau.
And I think the best thing about it, and
El-
it's definitely what's gonna hit people, is it looks
This is a
pretty
command grab.
similar to his 5LL,
Yeah.
because he's like kind of doing stuff with his hands, right? So like it's a you see the startup of the 5LL, and you'll like naturally block it, and then you just,
Krank.
sneak in the command grab.
Oh
and
mein
instead,
Gott.
can
Was kann man danach
catch them
machen?
off guard that way.
Haben die das schon gezeigt?
Okay, so we can move to the special moves
Normale
now.
Combo oder muss man
Special moves.
vanishen?
First is quarter
Ganz
circle
normalen
forward
Combo
with
machen.
air
Ganz
damage,
normale Combo
on the
machen.
ground. It's grounded in
Der
the air
droppt
as
ja
well,
ganz
so
langsam. Das
it's
ist wie
like
von
a pretty
UI
interesting- I think
Goku,
it
wenn er
kinda
diesen
reminds me
Backflip mit
of,
Kreis macht.
you
Der
know,
droppt
the-
ganz
the,
langsam, da hast du
UI
noch
Goku
Zeit.
one.
zu
It's just
combo.
like him going through you, and this, and you could continue this to vanish or like whatever you want.
Roshi
It's also
ist
works in the air.
Ja, ich freue
Der
mich
hat so
schon.
viele
That's
spezielle
pretty much
Sachen.
standard. Anything else you can say about this, Apology Man?
Oh, was war das für ein Box? Der geht einfach durch
it's
den
like a
Gegner.
pretty standard
Guck dir das mal an.
lariat type move. It is good because I pull the corner and you can jail into it. So like unlike like UI Goku's, like his 236L, you can't really jail into it solo. You can do like just about anything, and it'll be a true block string into it, and you call your assist, do some left-right mix-ups, and and it's also the medium one is good for side switch.
Guck dir das mal an.
If you have your smash
Genau wie ich es machen wollte.
I like
Heben
this
Sie sich
one.
den
Then
Super
it's
Dash
the 2-1-4
fürs
squad
Ende
circle
auf,
back
Junge.
counts, which is I really like this one because I mean let's just take a look at like how it looks for everyone before we talk a bit more. But so the EX1, I mean like some of the it's basically a DP because the X1 is actually like fully invincible. If you hold it, you will just like charge it a bit more before the second hit happens. So like,
Was?
it's a pretty cool.
Ein Recker oder was? Als Klotz? Baba!
This move is
Einfach ein DP.
great.
DP?
The light and medium
Yeah,
ones, they're
Armor
like
oder
pretty
DP?
solid options to use like
DP.
after like you block their vanish. You can call your assist afterwards to make it safe.
Ich
And,
glaub,
like,
so ein
after
DP.
6Ms clashes, so it's definitely good in like those situations. But the I think the real star is the EX grab, which is frame 1 guard point. So
Okay, man
it's
kann
not
sogar
like
in der
just,
Ecke dann noch
invul
weiter,
attack, right? Also it is key invul as well. Which is
man kann weiter komboen. Guck dir mal.
So because it is a frame on guard point, safe jumping this attack is so hard. Let me tell you, it is very, very difficult. If you try to do a jump and dip jump, yeah, you know, you're getting hit by a Master Roshi EX.
Digga, ich hol den mit Roshi mit Bu, seinem Ball ist ja krank.
Very unsafe. They cancel into vanish. You can 2H them. So you know if you bait it, you know the Roshi's players going for it, you can punish them.
Yeah. Then we got Q2
Junge,
L
geil.
on the ground, so like down,
Aber er macht weniger Schaden als andere
It's,
Charaktere.
actually, this one
Das
is
ist
like
nicht
jumping
schlimm.
jack.
Ja, ich weiß.
It's like little flips if you want to.
Aber
do a
sonst
straight
wäre er
up.
zu
So you got
krank.
the
Ja.
light version that's just hits. The medium version does the sliding knockdown, and the H version it gives you a wall bounce and it actually keeps your horizontal smash after. So if you do a 5H after the 2-H1, you still get a combo. Anything else you can think of, Apology Man, about this one?
Was, du kriegst einen Horizontal...
Yeah,
Du
so
behältst einen
2M,
Horizontal Smash
It
damit?
actually has a like pretty deceptive hitbox. Actually goes pretty high. It's a good option to use in your block string if you don't want to like side switch with the lariat, right? You can just do whatever block string 3H into the 2-2, 2-2M. But the interesting thing about this move is it's actually frame 4 low crush.
Frame 1 low crush.
For the light and medium one. And you know, if you're fighting
Krass.
versus like you know, Android 18 for example, right? You block her vanish, she does 5L. You'll beat her if you do the 2-2M because it is
Krass.
a low crush move. And it's like good for combo enders as well. But the EX one is actually really interesting. That's frame 1 low crush. Frame 1, which is pretty insane and gives you know the wall bounce like you said.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
Then after the specials, of course, we got the supers. So very quickly, can you show us
Frame
the truth? This
one.
is LM, so L plus M, which is
Dieser
essentially
Move
the
ist, Junge!
which is, you know, pretty pretty cool looking one, of course. Invincible from 10th frame.
Oh mein Gott.
It's, you know, this is the normal one. It snaps your opponent. You can still come with a variable timing after the snap because, of course, you are locked, and of course, it also locks the assists, as you can see. The little fun fact about the damage is so it is 2200s, and when scaled, it's 770, which is about mid-tier. It's
okay,
kinda like
770 ist aber nicht viel.
Like it's pretty standard. The only fun fact is the full animation. It does 2346, which means it might kill you even though you have more life than its normal damage, which is a bit like strange. It's kind of like base Goku's finisher to the Genki Dama, to the Kaioken, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, you get a snap on this. Other super Tyrant, which is the 236 with S and H.
Yep, this one. And
The second one is the buff. So this he has level 1 and level 2 for this. There is a level 1 version, and there is a level 2 version. This is the level 1 version, and then
Level 2 ist so nützlich. Und sein Z-Change Level 2 ist so gut.
Yeah, you're not gonna get Mafuba.
Yeah.
Baba, Junge!
But this is so it's
Richtig geil.
246 or 864 scales, which
Das
is
sieht auch so
not
geil
the
aus.
most
Jetzt hätten die locker als Level 3 nehmen können,
level
ne?
ones. It's similar to Super Broly and powered up GT Goku. So if you play this character in your team, you know that your Z change damage is gonna be pretty high. And of course, you get the level 2 version, if you
Digga.
want even more damage. That's a pretty cool one. And last but not least, Taran, can you show us the level 3?
of course,
Yeah.
with pleasure. So let's go mid screen here.
Yeah. So level 3 is okay. In terms of damage, it's about same as Cell and Genemba, so it's like at the low end of level 3 damage. Oki isn't great. Like, did you find anything cool about the Oki Apology Man?
Yeah, so his level 3
Ist in
OP,
Ordnung.
I'd say is like pretty subpar. In the corner, if you hold up forward, you'll get like a standard safe jump like so
Standard,
you just
yeah.
showed. Mid-screen, the best thing I could get was you perfectly dash as soon as you can. You can meaty them with his 5L, only his 5L. It'll beat Wake Up Backdash and Vanish. But that's like the best thing I could get.
Oh, das ist aber schwer.
Unfortunately. So level 3 OP, not the best, not the best.
Das ist schwer.
Standard. Next, we can move,
Aoki
towards one of the
mit
most important of all
5L
Tyrants,
kannst du perfectly
Super
machen,
Dash.
aber dann musst du es perfekt
Okay,
beim
this is
One
what
time.
everyone see, right? Yeah.
Is the thing, because of course Master Roshi does not have a super dash, so in the ground
fly.
Polygyman macht es aber gerade richtig
in
gut
the
mit der
ground,
Erklärung
he's
und
got
alles,
what
muss
is
ich ehrlich
called the
gestehen.
masterful leap. And can you show that it has different angles, because when you press it, depending on the direction you enter, he will finish at a slightly different
dieser Sprung ist auch so gut.
position.
Okay,
There
so
are, I
just to show
believe,
this.
5 different directions, right?
So just to show this, I'm going to put Goku in the corner, right? So this is neutral,
Yeah.
super dash. Okay, he jumps all the way forward. This
So
is
you got-
4, super dash. He goes just like a little hop right there. You've got 1 in super dash, which is this one. He goes right real high up in the air.
Geil. Oh mein Gott.
You have 2 in super dash. He goes forward a bit more, and then there's 3 in super dash as well, which is this one. So there's 5 different angles, I believe.
Yeah, I think the most important property of this is that unlike usual super dashes that deflect ki blasts, this one ignores ki blast. It goes through, which means if you super dash through ki blast, the opponent cannot cancel the ki blast into a 2H. Everyone
so gut, wie
has
ich
to
gesagt
take
hab.
that ki blast. The only thing you could do is a vanish, but Roshi could bait this. So it is actually KOF jumps. He actually get like a short hop, long hop. That's the one. So Goku, when you do this,
Oh mein Gott.
cannot 2H this. The only thing Goku could do is a
Geil,
vanish.
oh mein Gott, wie
And
krank.
if you're big brain, you could do the cross-up move in the air and beat that vanish.
Ich liebe
This is gonna be massive.
Yeah, it's really big.
So I think so there's a timing for when you vanish as the opponent to
Oh, wie
punish,
geil, Junge. Okay,
his jump
Roshi ist ja ein
and,
richtig
like,
geiler Charakter. Ich freue mich schon richtig
his,
auf
lane
den.
recovery. So
Deswegen hab ich
if
gesagt,
they
ich bin
vanish a little bit too late, you can actually
aufgeregt
land
auf
in
den.
time and 2H them, but there's this right timing that people need to learn. That
Oh, der hat
will
mehr als ich gedacht hab.
punish,
Der hat viel
him
mehr als ich
while he
gedacht
does
hab.
the jump age with their vanish. But for like like Damascus said, if you're big brain, you can actually do his reverse Kamehameha kind of early on, and if they vanish early, you can actually punish them, which is like a pretty interesting counterplay option.
It's actually really cool. Can you show us the air super dash, Taran? Because the air super dash is a bit different. So one of the unique properties about that air super dash is it's a straight line, but you can choose the direction of that line. So you can actually choose where Roshi is headed with this, which is actually huge. And you can actually do the normal super dash into the second super dash Apology Man just mentioned. So
Aha.
I think
Wenn du,
it has like good and bad things. One of the bad things that
Du machst
in a
Super
road
Dash,
tag,
aber du
it
kannst
only
auf jeden
comes
Fall
in a straight
entscheiden, wo du
line, so there is
hinfliegst.
no
Das ist ja auch
tracking,
krank.
which might make it easy for you guys, like to let it whiff. What else do you like about this air super dash, Apology Man?
Yeah, so sure, I'll touch on the rod tag after, but I think the air super dash is pretty interesting, but you can only go 6 ways, right? So you have to like aim your super dash, which it might be hard for some UFC players. But if they block it, he is +5, which is pretty cool because if you make them air block the super dash, you can you can cancel it into your jump light, and that's just like a true block string, and they can't stop that. Another great thing is
Ich wollte gerade sagen.
yeah, essentially, right? And another great thing is right blank, and you do the super dash.
Oh my god!
Assist. He is so plus and like close by you. You can actually do 50-50.
Er ist gerade nicht in Sparking.
Late air dash or low or left-right mix-up.
Oh
very,
my
very easy
god!
mid-screen, which is not something that regular super dashes can do. So I think that's gonna be
Remove
like
super dash already.
Scariest mix-ups, like really just like standard mix-ups that work with like a lot of different assists, and you just gotta run up, jump, super dash down forward, and it's still a beam. So if you aim it the other way, it works as a beam. Frame 1 key invul, so you can if you hit them, vanish, you get a combo.
Yeah, and last but not least, Terrence, I would like you to showcase just like a simple 2H combo, because I personally found it a bit difficult to adjust to the timing, and I feel like doing 2H, it kind of like forces you to use the built-in option select with H to track, rather than entering the super dash yourself, because otherwise you will have to enter the direction of the dash you're going.
Exactly.
So you need to do 2H and H, and the timing...
Okay, 2H.
Apology, man, did you have a similar experience to me, like the first few times? You were like, I jumped, but I'm not linking this. It's a bit weird.
So yeah, if you do 2H into just super dash, you just get this. Like he just jumps forward. You have to either do down and super dash or just press heavy again afterwards.
Yeah, and you're better off just pressing the heavy. Makes it a lot easier as opposed to like timing like the super dash button.
So
So,
geil.
yeah, it's gonna people.
Junge,
It's gonna take
down
some time to get
H,
used to. And he
blockt,
gets, like, a lot of weird
backflip.
momentum, like afterwards. So if you do it,
Oder Super
like,
Jump nach oben.
like you might whiff and it'll look silly. But yeah, it's
Ne, der Charakter ist der ist komplett anders.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah,
Other
nice.
things are, so his guard cancel is a tad bit faster due to his raw tag, but that's about it. We can, that's it. I think then, so his reflect, if you can show his reflect, because yes, he has a reflect, guys. It's a normal reflect, like just do a raw reflect to show that reflect exists.
Not
Tyrant.
Videl.
We are there. We're reflecting things. Press F for Videl in the chat. You know, we're in, but we have a reflect. And last thing I would like to mention before we move to assists is, I think one of the craziest thing is he doesn't have a super dash, so he doesn't fly, and this is huge. He cannot float after a super jump.
Nope.
Yeah,
Unlike
that-
every other
yeah.
character.
Was? Er kann nicht floaten, weil er nicht fliegen kann.
Honestly,
Yeah,
when I found this out, I was like in shock. I was like, wow,
I'm
yeah, I
not
mean,
saying-
he's a human. He can't fly. So I
Krass.
guess it makes sense that he can't float either.
Krass.
He absolutely
No float.
cannot float at all. He just, when he jumps, he jumps. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I guess it's kind of okay
Der kann
because
nicht fliegen
he has
halt.
way more air options than like the regular character. So
Yeah.
it really fits in with the whole theme of him being a very unconventional character than the standard DBFZ character. So yeah.
Yeah, I think he's very unique. If we can quickly show the assists Tyrant now, the A, B, and C assist for the people, if you can put them like both on hit and on block, because there's a lot. So A assist is beam, so you know it's a standard beam. I think like the thing with the A assist is it's 34 startup, 32 block stun. The usual beam is 35 starts and 30 block stun, which means it's a tad bit better beam, and it has a weird
Krank.
hit stun animation where
Yeah, really
the
weird.
opponent is frozen and then sent into the corner.
Zack, stopp,
Unlike the
Junge,
other
krank.
like, beams. So I think it's like a bit better than average beam. Do you like this assist, Apology Man?
This assist I kind of like went back and
Digga,
forth
that-
on.
oh my
I
God.
think it's like pretty decent. I think it's still pretty decent. It's a little thin, like it's a little thinner than most regular beams, but you know you get like that wall bounce. So like if you do get that hit mid screen, you can like run up and like stand heavy or something. You know, if you're behind them and you call it, you can confirm off of it.
Ja, das ist
quickly,
ziemlich
but,
langsam auch, ne?
It's decent. I don't think it's the go-to.
Startup ist schneller als normale Beams.
Yeah, I think
Und
the
du hast mehr
go-to assist is gonna be
Dings
beam.
dann.
Listen, the
Yeah.
B
Der
assist.
kommt nicht so schnell raus, meiner Meinung
You
nach.
guys aren't
Can you
ready.
know
You
what?
guys aren't
Aaron,
Er
ready.
hat gerade die Frame Data
Please put
genannt.
the opponent on block. Please put the opponent on block. Press the assist, and I want all the chat to look at the frame data. The people who know frame data will understand. The people who don't, we're gonna explain it in a second. If you could just do that assist on block, it is 46 frames on block. Do you know what else is 46 frames on block? Bardock B and Go Tanks A.
Er hat einfach Bardock B oder was?
Except
Ja.
the startup is 25 frames.
Oh mein
It
Gott!
is the
That's
fastest
quick.
high block stun assist in the game.
Yeah,
25
yeah,
frames.
and
Der hat einfach B vom
46
Bardock.
block stun.
Nur schneller.
And that hitbox is crazy. And when it hits you, it does this really interesting animation that makes
Der
it
hat die beste,
so easy
Junge,
to
der hat die
combo no
beste,
matter
oh
where
mein
and
Gott,
how
der hat
you
die
hit.
einfach die
If you hit on like a
beste,
tip,
oh mein Gott.
Krank.
Roshi will be like, oh, okay, he's kind of high up. All right, let me wait a bit, and then I'll punch. So it's super good. But I think the
Oh mein Gott, was ne
cheapest thing,
was ne
on top of
Hitbox.
The block stun, the speed, the range. It's like it's about guard point at frame 15, which is crazy. You can
Willkommen
do
im
the
Chat.
guard point move.
Willkommen
on
im
top
Chat,
of all this.
Juni.
You think Bardock B is bad? You guys are not ready for this. This is Roshi B.
Nein, Roshi ist
Insane.
broken.
Absolutely.
Ich muss direkt sagen Day One Roshi Main, damit ich eine Ausrede habe.
With this assist. And next assist is the C assist. So the C assist is a
Digga.
fairly standard C assist, I would
Ja,
say.
weißt du, was,
It has
weißt du, was
50
das
block
Gute
stun,
ist?
which is the best you can get with C
Er wird
assist.
sowieso erst in
So
6 Monaten
it's
genervt.
Genervt. Ich kann 6 Monate lang Roshi spielen und er spielt sich richtig anders.
Yeah, other than this, you know, it's a C assist, which is you know,
Krank.
about it. I do believe, guys, that this will close like the first.
Hallo
part of the
Juni, ich
showcase,
hoffe dir
which
geht's
is
gut.
showing you the
Hey.
moves.
Hi
Up
Juni.
next, let's move to the practical showcase. Because now
kämpfen die
we're
jetzt,
gonna
oder
get a few videos for you guys that have been pre-recorded to show you some Roshi things. So of course, us three worked on labbing, but we also had X over with a
Ja,
very,
die haben
very
schon
strong
vorproduziert
combo maker. He
anscheinend,
made
ja?
us a couple of
Das ist
videos,
gut. Da haben die nur
to
das
show.
Beste rausgenommen.
So first video is BNBs.
Das
Let's
ist,
take a
ey
look
Digga,
at some
das
of
was
the
jetzt,
beats
das was
that,
sie jetzt am Ende
Roshi
gemacht haben,
had,
fand ich
worked
richtig
a lot on
gut.
this and we tried to see. Tyrant, like, did you get to have fun with his potential
So
BNBs?
tough,
Like, what do you think about these that over, recorded for us?
Yeah, they're pretty fun. He's definitely a fun character for sure. Like that's the word I would use to describe him. But it's also, I think he's a character that's definitely going to come with a bit of a learning curve.
Ah, die machen sowas ähnliches wie ein Combo-Video mäßig. Oh, jo.
It's pretty nice.
Aber...
Yeah, I think he's got quite
Oh,
a
was
good
war
amount
das?
of things. Like you can get a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
You know, solid damage.
Sick.
You got quite a lot. I think. What do you think about his overall like?
Ja, diese
der
der Keyboy, den du als Boomerang auch nutzen kannst.
I'd say his overall damage is like pretty standard. I do think one thing that is a little bit
Digga,
with
Junge.
him compared to
Der Charakter
some
ist so
other
schön.
characters is extending with assists with them. It's a little bit.
Oh mein
it's a
Gott,
little
habt ihr
bit
gerade
not
gesehen?
straightforward. Like you need to really lab it out to like find the best combos that work with your assists.
Er macht Damage.
His combo routes aren't like super.
Der macht Damage, ups.
a lot of assists, but you know,
Ja.
I'm sure that, like, once you guys get your hands on
Kampfspielfanatiker.
the character,
Oh mein
you guys
Gott!
all find the really good combos. But yeah, he actually has.
Junge,
like,
guck dir
pretty
mal
decent
sein Damage an.
Guck dir sein Damage an, er ist krank, Digga.
Down heavy.
Is his meter gain is it seems very lacking compared to a lot of the other characters in the game. So I
Das
think we're
soll,
gonna definitely
das soll
have
aber
to,
ziemlich schwer sein mit
hold on
den
to that bar if you play Roshi,
hinterher springen, ne?
Sure.
Aber du kannst Kreis einfach drücken.
Then we got a couple of side
Wenn du's
switches,
manuell
from
machst, dann
Of
ja.
course, because side switches
Side
are,
Switch?
you know, always important to get, you know, on Dragon Ball Fighter.
Ja,
Oh Gott.
So these are, you know, side switch that's over, you know, found with this. So you just use that dash, and then you know, it's pretty simple.
Ja,
you
aber-
gotta move that side switches, and you can super dash after it. So that's pretty much. You don't even need
Alle.
to
Ja,
bother
gut, das ist ja.
about timings
Oh
for
mein
side
Gott, wie
switches. The character gives it to
geil.
you.
Yeah, this is really cool about Roshi as well. Something that's very unique to him. is
Junge, ich
because
freu mich so
he
sehr.
doesn't
Junge, ich bin
have
so.
a grounded super dash. He has like
Der hat richtig lustige Animationen auch. Ich finde, das ist ein
Ja,
richtig
aber sie
cooler
haben,
Charakter.
ich find's geil, dass sie ihm so viele Moves gegeben haben. Also, dass er ist richtig versatile. Aber
Ja,
das
Mann.
Problem ist,
Kein Super
alle
Dash.
anderen Charaktere richtig scheiße einfach aussehen, weißt du?
Yeah, that's,
Im Vergleich zu ihm, oder was?
Next on
Ja,
deck,
also ich
a couple of,
finde,
like, more advanced
also
combos,
die meisten Charaktere, die ich spiele, sind meistens genau so Charaktere, die einfach viel können, verstehst du?
Ich spiele Charaktere, die einfach anders sind.
We got you. So this is like obviously
That's
like
right,
screen. But you know,
Außer halt
Connor, I
Blue
think Connor,
Goku,
he has, like, a
aber
couple of,
den
like, fun routes,
droppe ich für Roshi.
like,
Roshi!
Ich auch.
I feel like he's
Ich
very,
swap Trunks für
like, I
Roshi
would say
auf jeden Fall
standard,
safe.
maybe, except for
Hä?
that cool.
Junge, was ist das, Mann?
Super dash. But I think the cool stuff is on the corner apology, man, right?
Oh, wie
Yeah,
geil
yeah,
aber,
definitely.
Junge.
He's got some loops, if you know
Schloops.
what I mean.
Er hat Loops?
Safe.
The loops are coming.
Yeah, I think are really cool. So these are, you know, like the ones like if you want to optimize your combos.
The loops are
bit more,
incoming, okay, krank. Mal
This is
gucken.
what you would go for, you know, like with the vanish extensions, you know, into that super dash as well. So that super dash will surely
Das sieht so
take
cool
some
aus.
time for people to get used to it, but it's definitely some of the stuff that people will have to work on, and people will get used to it because his timings, Apology Man, I feel like very unique compared to like other characters, right?
Aber sowohl Gegner als auch Spieler müssen sich dran gewöhnen
that's
einfach.
Ja, klar.
His combos are pretty unique. They're just really weird and unconventional, but like, you know, it's gonna take some time to get used to like his regular beams. His corner
Baba,
routes,
Junge.
loops now.
Loops!
Junge!
Oh, let's go.
Oh mein Gott!
Let's go! All of us, when we saw that team last, we
Oh,
said,
geil, geil, oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott, der Charakter ist so schön, ich liebe
I
ihn.
remember I was trying some stuff out and then I messaged you. I was like, yo, I figured it out, man.
Junge, der benutzt kein Sparking grad.
Ja,
Er hat Spark-Loops, Junge.
It's good. It's solid. It's solid damage. Yeah.
double loops. I know you guys love your loops, but these are, you know, the
Digga,
more advanced
mit dem mit TOD zu machen ist
combos
easy,
for
das... Ah,
Roshi.
Junge.
You know, quite a
Okay,
lot
ich werd
of
direkt
really
die-
cool
ich
stuff
werd
you
direkt
can
die
do,
Loops
especially in the
lernen.
corner,
Geil.
these loops are cool. We've got more for you now. We've got some of the combos that you can get.
Oh Junge, wir kriegen immer noch die Patch Notes, Mann.
So it's
Baba.
like one of the things that of course
Oder?
you use in the game because the command
Ich glaube
line.
nicht.
So what can you do after Q2S? What's the best kind of
Gleich sind 2 Stunden
conversion?
vorbei.
Well, over. Got you guys.
Yeah. Shoutouts to
I
X-Over,
love
by
it.
the way. X-Over
Ah,
is a
Loops
combo.
nach dem 2-2-S, Junge. Junge.
Sure. You can get the loops up
Aber guck mal, der
guys.
kriegt solid Meter davon.
Don't get scooped in the corner.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, aber
actually not
wo er
hard,
gesprungen ist, muss man
once we
sogar ein
found
bisschen
it, I don't
warten.
think any of us dropped it. It's
Yeah.
not a really hard one, Terrence. Like, did you find them hard?
Once you get the muscle memory down, it's quite easy. I find you have when you do because the leap he's
She's
using
top
there
tier.
is for
Safe top tier.
HS.
Also, safe, top
High
tier.
Tier
do
auf
that
jeden Fall.
immediately
Mal sehen, wie
after
wichtig
the
Super Dash
H-
ist in der
Sorry,
Mitte.
after the 6S, and then so it's a bit of a.
Obwohl, nee, der Mix-Up macht die direkt. Macht ihn direkt S-Tier. Top vielleicht nicht, Top ist ja so Top 5 oder sowas. Das High Tier. Jetzt kommt ein Sparking, Digga. Solo Spark. Hast du gesehen, der wird kurz klotz bei Spark. Junge, das ist so, als wenn Broly Super Saiyan würde, kurz für Spark.
Oh mein Gott.
Allah.
Geil. So krank.
Like I feel like some of his
Hey, Digga.
sparking routes are a bit unconventional, a bit weird, but the timing's a bit.
Geil,
tricky,
ich
but
bin
once
so
you get
glücklich
that,
über
man,
diesen
it's not
Charakter,
too
mein
bad.
Gott.
Yeah.
So let's have a look here.
Ey, ich glaube, das ist der Ey, ich glaube, das ist der beste Charakter, der kam. Bisher.
Look at this.
Yes.
Ey, Junge, die haben Roshi richtige Ehre
Hell
gegeben.
yeah.
Oh mein Gott, Junge!
Fun, this is gas.
Ich werde es direkt lernen. Ich werde es direkt lernen, Junge.
Oh mein Gott.
Shout out to Over.
Junge!
You know it, like, I
Solo.
Solo
ist hot, Junge.
Ich werde es direkt lernen. Ich werde jeden damit vermischen, aber na cool.
That's fine. But yeah, these guys, we have a bit more for you guys after, right? But these are the standard Spark, like combos.
Ich finde so krass,
like
dass es
these ones
einfach
with the standard, we'll definitely
Zeitswitch
find more,
macht, obwohl er
in the future.
so
Also
durchfliegt.
We got
You'll see it in every match.
Yeah. Next we'll see some assists
So sick.
usage. Want to see like what could you do with Roshi's assists?
Boah, wie
Obviously,
geil,
you
oh
get
mein
a
Gott,
mix. An example
Digga.
with Janemba on this is you can get the classic Janemba teleport 50-50, the like right left. So like that's a
Digga, sogar mit deinem Janemba, guck mal, sogar mit
and
deinem
I think
Janemba, Digga.
Die zeigen einfach mein Team
you can
außerhalb.
activate this on block.
Yeah. Plus
You can block string
46.
activate this, man. This is gas.
That's big for Beerus. That's definitely big for Beerus.
Yeah. And a couple of extensions. Have you found some cool and fun extensions with them, Apology Man?
Aber guck mal, die gehen sogar auf andere Charaktere. Das ist eine richtig gute Showcase. Junge. Das haben die richtig klug, richtig gut gemacht.
Lapping him with the most, but yeah, no, his B assist especially, just because of like how it hits.
Die beste Showcase, die ich bis
like I
jetzt
said
gesehen habe
earlier,
von einem
when
neuen
it hits at,
Charakter.
like, the kind of high part, the assist will actually wait a bit and give you extra hit stun so that it gets low enough to do the punch. So it gives you some like really cool
Oh, Junge, geil.
that you normally couldn't do with their assists.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool one. So I really like like the unique potential some of these assists have. So it's definitely a character that has interesting.
Hat er
usages.
genug,
Of course,
der hat
you
genug
see assists, you can just
Stun
knock him
für
down.
die Genkidama.
Genkidama. You always have
Ey Junge, der hat
things,
genug
you can
Stun
actually
mit der
also
Assist für die
do
Genkidama.
level 2.
Level 2.
So level 2 is a guaranteed
Nein, nein,
DHC
das war, glaub ich,
because
die
it stays on screen
CS.
for ages. And even if the second level 1
Ach so.
is a short one, you'll still have a DHC. So it's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of practical showcases, but we're gonna move to the next spot, which is even better, guys. We got so Apology Man invited one of the players who is also on the league on the West Coast, who is Jonathan Tene. He these guys, they just met up and played some offline games with Roshi. So we are going to watch one
Fragen
of
wir, ob
their
die
games
Roshi
together.
gespielt
We
haben
also
im neuen
publish a couple of other
Patch.
games on the Bandai Namco YouTube or Twitter, so make sure you stay tuned on this. But what I suggest, like, I have not watched these games. I don't think
Oh
Tarek
Junge,
has
das
as
sieht
well.
krank aus.
So
Junge, das
we're
sieht
gonna
doch
like discover
Top-Tier
them
aus.
and probably have Apology Man helping us analysis. First of all, Apology
was
Man, one of us plays in
was eine
points,
Farbe?
the other
Einfach
plays in
diese
mids. What
Spring.
do you think about like the position he could go for?
Right now, I think his mid is definitely his best position with just how
Junge.
good the assist is. Hold on.
Junge, what?
Pretty cool.
Hello, what?
Bro, this is day
real?
-6.
Day -6.
First of all, I was loving the Piccolo A assist usage, but now man's gonna start.
Okay, Dio, oder?
Ja, Junge.
Junge.
And the synergy with Piccolo
Rosti
is
ist
great.
so
Like, you get
krank.
the full charge special beam cannon if you.
Yo.
Let's go.
Allah, wie gut, Junge.
He's cool. I like him.
He's cool, I like him.
Him so
Junge,
far.
Piccolo kann einfach sein Dings,
He has
sein
the fastest
Höhlenspirale
lock
vollladen.
and the fastest like guard cancel at any part of the screen, right? Because of the way it tracks to you. So even like mid screen, you're getting like a corner speed guard cancel So because of that, I think
Oh mein
it's,
Gott,
it's
wie
good to
geil
play him
Muten
in
Roshi
mid,
ist.
also his B assist as well. But yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, I
Get some
like
good
the
mixed.
fact that you're
Oh, ich wollte
implementing
genau,
super
wollte
dash
grad.
to keep it plus as well in
Schade,
the
dass der
corner.
Mix
Just
gerade
after that,
ein
taking your
Drain
pick
Rush war, nicht ein
Yep.
Yeah, that's not like a
No,
cool
yeah.
one. But yeah, he's got, I
Crossover
mean,
oder so.
I feel like he's gonna be more of a lab monster character because he's so unique. Do you feel like he's gonna be a mainstream character, Apology Man, or more like of a I don't wanna say
Allah!
character, but like, you know, lab monster?
I think he's definitely gonna be a specialist character in my opinion. He's gonna be difficult for some people at the beginning. He's not like a straight like pick up and play character compared to. This is a funny interaction that happened. If you trade the command grab, it actually creates that stagger. But you know, it doesn't really matter if the best version.
Die haben sich beide einfach gefribbelt.
Link their jab and you know do the corner loop off of it. But yeah,
You guys are so cool.
Oh, das sieht
Cool aus.
das sieht alles so cool aus.
So, auch so trotzdem nach.
Oh, yeah, we play
Oh, Junge!
Oh, that was gassed.
Hast du gesehen?
Ja, Mann.
Okay, let's go.
Aber auch das mit der Brille finde ich so cool.
Yeah, I agree with what you guys were saying before.
Spark
The
doch!
learning curve is definitely. He's not a pick up and play. He's definitely one of the characters that you need to kind of like lab with.
Guck mal, der hat diese...
Oh, du hast gesehen,
He's
Reversal
the most
einfach.
rewarding character to play. So.
Oh, hat er nicht weitergemacht. Ah?
Wow. On earth.
Definitely
And
learning
also,
curve.
guys,
So,
if
you
you
Der hat verkackt
you
einfach.
realize that he
Weißt du,
loses
was
his
verkackt?
glasses after he got battle damage.
Ja klar, sonst hätte er doch...
Ey Junge, der macht's einfach neutral.
Pretty
Das ist ein
cool
Command
little
Grab.
extra touch on this,
Der-
and right
Aber
now,
es ist ein Command Grab, der auch
let's
auf
see,
den
he's
Boden
still in lots
trifft.
of blue life though on his side, but definitely looking good. This
Junge,
one
es ist ein Command Grab, der auch auf den Boden trifft.
Tyrant, we need to hit the gym. We need to be like
Ja,
this
ja.
when we old.
The original Kamehameha boy.
Das ist saugeil, gell, Juni? Dass er seine Sonnenbrille verliert.
Go, he's got the
Yeah,
loops
he's
on
getting
deck.
the loops.
Very nice.
Ah, kein.
Dragon Rush
Oh,
there,
no,
but
the
yeah,
drops.
no, he's got some. We played quite a few matches. We were really just trying to learn the ropes because he was pretty hard, honestly. But I think the biggest thing we learned is you really can't jump versus character. Jumping versus character is really scary. So like
Du kannst gegen diesen Charakter nicht springen. Ey, das sind so Worte, die mich glücklich
Just
machen.
because we didn't want to get scooped up by 2 and 4S, and we started trying to use like the movement options more. But yeah.
I think that he might actually be quite effective as a
Ja,
run
ich
character or
wäre
like a
so
runaway
glücklich,
style
wenn er seinen
character.
Jackie Chun
Since
Skin
the
hat,
reverse
aber
Kame can
Das wär
hit
geil.
behind while he's
glaube ich
escaping,
halt nicht.
You know, you can convert that pretty easily with a vanish or whatever. So like the 2S as well, you know, to escape if he's unsafe on block. Like he's got lots of stuff where he can just, you know, escape for free essentially. So
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah,
You have
unique
not seen
one.
that Goku move, guys. That's for the next part. That's for the next part.
Okay.
You have this guy. You have not seen. I have not seen him yet. He's waiting. These guys are
Was ist das?
pretending they saw
Was?
something with a Super Saiyan Goku. But they
Achso,
haven't seen
das
the-
war ein neuer Patch und seit Down Medium ist
Showcase,
geleakt, oder was?
guys,